So in this week's episode, I go and visit the Horseshoe Falls. I get wetter than a mermaid's foof cruising down the Llangollen canal, and my friend Nikki's rear end gets damaged, so she has to do a little bit of screwing to fix it. Oh, stay tuned. Good morning everyone. Well, before we go cruising in this week's video, I'm going to take you all on a little bit of an adventure. We're going to explore the local area, but it's absolutely freezing, so wrap up warm. I've got 3 jumpers on. Got a t-shirt, this jumper, I'm a nipper warmer. Yeah, trying to keep warm. But I'm going to take you now, we're going on an adventure. We're going to go to the Horseshoe Falls, and that's the feeder to this Llangollen canal. Because all the way along we've had this flow coming against us, and we're going to see where it all starts. So I'm walking with my mate Nikki. Yeah, we've both overindulged over the winter period. Because the weather's crap, you don't tend to go outside as much, and you just eat loads and drink loads. Yeah, so trying to get a bit healthy now. It's a lovely bright day. Yeah, a bit of exercise. So this is the part of the canal that you can't actually take your boat on. Yeah, because it's so shallow, they only allow the horse-drawn boats up this section. River's raging. We've had so much rain, it's proper giving it some. Yeah, love it. The power of water, eh? Amazing. Ooh, feel like I'm on a right proper adventure here. Look at that gusher. So I'm just reading this sign here, and it's talking about the navigators, or navvies as they were known, that used to cut through the canals, and apparently it would take 25 men 1 year to dig a mile of canal. But things like this would have taken a lot longer, and this is when they're cutting through the actual rock. I mean, look at that. Wow, they just cut through all of this. Amazing, eh? They worked really hard. And they didn't have all the tools and machinery that we have these days either. Oh, it would have been all done by hand job. Ooh. Yeah, so this bridge is dead bouncy, and it was originally made, and Nikki's bouncing on it now. It was originally put here so they could transport the goods from the railway over this huge River Dee to the canals. How cool's that, eh? Woohoo! Oh, such kids, you see. Such kids. So after having a right good bouncing, we made our way towards the Horseshoe Falls. So guys, in 1793, Thomas Telford took the job, having never worked for the canals before, working for the Ellesmere Canal Company, to design and make this. And this was the first of many canal engineering feats that Thomas Telford did. The rest is history. He did so much. But look at this, it's absolutely amazing. It's noisy, but yeah, it takes the water through the little pumping house, and then when they need to, they open the sluices and feed the Llangollen Canal, which then feeds the Shropshire Union Canal. How amazing is that, eh? So that flow that I've been fighting against for the last few months on my journey up to this point started here. The river and the canal have split off, and this is now the start of the Llangollen Canal, the Shropshire Union. It all starts here. So guys, walking back home now. Yeah, it's gone so cold, so can't wait to get back to the boat, get some food and something really nice and strong to drink. Yeah, it was all fun on the way here, and now it's like we're just under 2 miles back to the boat. I think it's 1.75 miles. Yeah. Oh, cold. Should have brought me hip flask. So after being outside for most of the day, the fire had nearly gone out, yeah, so just giving it a good old-fashioned poke in and threw a log on. Yeah, you don't want your boat to go cold. In the winter, you want to keep it a nice toasty temperature all the time, because once it goes cold, It takes a long time to heat it back up. Yeah, but hopefully that'll catch and it could be nice and toasty, because tomorrow I'm going to be leaving this amazing location. Yeah, it's time to head back downstream very, very slowly. The reason I'm moving today is there's been quite a little bit of confusion about the stoppage at Trevor, which is just at the end of this canal here. Yeah, there's been a stoppage. The Elson facilities have been out, which is why a lot of people came onto this canal, because there's an Elson, which is toilet emptying, up there. And you don't want to be stuck the wrong side of a stoppage without any facilities. It's a nightmare. So a lot of people came here for that very reason. But now I've heard that the works might not have started yet on the stoppage, so I'm going to risk going down there. I might have to turn around, come back. Yeah, it's all part of the adventure, innit? Never know what's going to happen. The thing with winter is canals get frozen, trees get blown down, so you need to always make sure that you're somewhere just a few hours cruise from being able to empty your toilet or fill up with water. There's nothing worse than walking 4 or 5 miles down a muddy towpath dragging a cassette full of shit in the pouring rain. So we've got a little bit of a convoy going on today. My friend Jay and Debs are on the boat in front because they've got crew. Debs can walk ahead, check that there's no one coming on these narrows. And I've got my friend behind, Roy. It's a little bit of a convoy. But yeah, we don't know how far we're going to get. So with Jay and Debs up the front and Roy up my rear, Jay and Debs are going to let us know when they get to the junction if we can proceed or if we have to do a load of reverse into the winding hole to turn and go all the way back. Woo. Lock and canal closures are something you have to contend with in winter, unfortunately, but it's all part of the fun. Yeah, they shut them for things such as maintenance, repairs, low water levels, flooding, yeah, all sorts of reasons. And I'm actually stuck on this whole canal, the actual Llangollen canal, because they've shut Hurlston Flight for repairs. They're putting a new lock gate on there. They've shut Grinley Brook, the staircase there. So yeah, so I'm trapped anyway. But you just poodle up and down and move where you can. Yeah, part of the fun. And that's why I tend to choose a canal that has a coal boat on. So you could always get stocked up on coal. And also with a cracking bunch of boaters. And there has been an absolutely brilliant bunch of boaters on the Llangollen this winter. It has just been amazing. This is a bit of a risk doing what I'm doing, to be honest. If I get stuck the wrong side with a broken Elson point and not able to enter my toilet, it will be a cruise to Ellesmere. So that's why a lot are staying on this canal, this part of the canal, and just going up and down to the basin and back. But at least the stoppage up this end is only for a couple of weeks and then we can move a bit more freely again. Freezing, yeah, cold, nipples like bullets. Oh, and it's very windy. Come here, flag flapping away there. Cheers. So I've had no message from Jay and Debs to say that it's shut, and they are ahead of me and I'm nearly there, so I'm presuming I can go all the way. But hey, not like that. But anyway, that means we're going to go over the big aqueduct again, and I've never been over it when it's really windy, so that'll be fun. Woo. So this bridge that we're about to go under now, number 31W, was where the stoppage was meant to happen, and they were blocking the bridge here to fix the stonework. But I think the works are delayed because the Elson point down here is still out of order. Also, the big aqueduct is having work done, and that's closed for pedestrians. However, boats can navigate across weekends and after 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon. And as you can see here with the railings, they've shut the aqueduct to walkers. So guys, that's it, we've made it across the Pontus Sultley Aqueduct again. Can't even say it properly. Yeah, but we're here! Woohoo! So I really struggled to moor up here. The wind was so strong, I was getting a right good blow job. But luckily my friends Jay and Deb came and helped me. Deb's held onto the centre rope whilst I was able to knock the pins in and get myself sorted. But whoa, I was proper getting blown.
Free.
Free. So I'm moored here now, next to mate Jay, and Deb's there in front of me. But we made it, didn't we guys?
We made it. Started to get a bit chilly that last half hour.
It did, I've got nipples like bullets. But we're here! Woohoo! So guys, I'm in the middle of a storm here. Yeah, we've got 50-mile-an-hour winds, and I've not been able to move for days. Yeah, about 6 days. It's been horrendous. Last night was 46 and my boat was really banging away. Yeah. Woo! And this is why sometimes we're sort of a little bit behind on the videos, a couple of weeks behind, to allow for things like this where we can stay put for like 6 or 7 days and not cruise. But yeah, it's awful. So guys, I've got my cassette here. Ooh, yeah, my toilet cassette, because I need to empty it. I've not been able to move for the last week. We've had horrendous wind and rain. It's been bloody awful. It's not much better today, but the wind has calmed down a little bit. Oh. But anyway, the aqueduct's shut for pedestrians, so I can't walk my cassette over it like you normally would. But my friend Nikki's on her way in her boat, and I'm going to jump on her boat and take my cassette. She's taking hers. I didn't want to go and cruise my boat just to turn round to come back. So yes, that's what we're doing. But yeah, this is the thing about boat life. It can be hard work. You've got to empty your toilets, you've got to fill it with water. You might be out for the day visiting friends, but you've got to get back to get your engine on, to charge your batteries for all your power. Yeah, so it's more a lifestyle choice. But I absolutely love it. I really do. So this is where they're doing all the work. I think they're fixing the railings. Yeah, so it's not safe to walk down. But boats can still navigate across it at the moment, only on weekends or after 3:30 in the day. It's normally dark by 4:30 anyway. But yeah, we're going to go across it, and the wind's picked up again now, so it's going to be a bit of fun. Just got to wait for Nikki. But she has text to say she's on her way. So I put my cassette of joy into Nikki's bow, ready for her to take me over the big un. Hey! Nikki's got a bit of a problem because a boat hit the back of her boat the other day, and her tiller's out of alignment now with the rudder. So she's trying to see if she can fix it up 1,000,000 miles high. Yeah. Oh, she's got a spanner out, being all butch. Anyway, you fixed it, Nick. So the thing is about being in this trough is your boat can't really go anywhere, so it's a good opportunity for her to have a fiddle. Yeah. So just whilst I'm on Nikki's boat, I'm going to take you inside and show you her engine. Come in. So Nikki's engine is a Beta Marine JD3. Yeah, mid-engine. It's not air cooled like mine, it's water cooled. Yeah, still nice little engine. It's got a nice little boatsman's cabin as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. Sometimes you're interested in seeing other people's boats. I love a good nosy, don't you? Yeah. Woo. So Nikki's a little bit grumpy because somebody hit a boat now with the tiller being out of alignment. Yeah, she's just grumpy. She's grumpy because she's got to fix it. That's a grumpy face. She always looks like that. This is another fun Elson run. Oh, that's the thing about living off grid. Those toilets don't empty themselves. Always a joyous occasion and always an adventure to be had. So she's struggling a little bit with this tiller being slightly out of alignment, bless her. So Nikki's just attempting now to reverse up here so we're closer to the Elson point, so we're not walking far with our heavy cassettes.
Oh no! How out of line that is.
This lovely lady Sarah, the other night when I was in the Telford Arms, bought me a large rum. Yeah.
You don't drink, do you, Heidi?
No, I don't. So that's the toilet and bins done, and Nikki now is trying to fix this tiller. Yeah, the rudder's not in line with the tiller after being bashed, so she's trying to fix it now before we go back across. So remember guys, when you were a kid and you fell off your bike and your angle bars went one way and your wheel was the other? Well, that's sort of what's happened to her tiller. The rudder is completely a different angle to what the tiller shows. So yeah, so it's hard to judge when you're trying to cruise. All done, Nick?
Yeah, not so grumpy.
Thank goodness for that. Hopefully she'd be a bit more smiley on the way back. But yeah, hats off to Nikki there. I wouldn't have had a bloody clue. If that had happened to me, I would have had to be on the phone to a boatyard. I wouldn't have dared go fiddling with me nuts. So that's the toilets done, and Nikki's now moored in front of me because we're going to be travelling together in a few days' time and we're all going to the pub tonight. Yeah, but anyway, I need a coffee. It's bloody freezing. Yeah, not rum time yet, it's coffee time. I'm wetter than a mermaid's poof and I've just walked up a massive hill to get here. This is the Aqueduct Inn. And Alan painted the sign work on this. It's absolutely amazing. The guy that did my sign writing. Yeah, look at that. Anyway, let's go inside, get a beer. Hey. So guys, we're in the Aqueduct pub. We just had a most amazing meal. Cheers everyone. Cheers. Happy cruising. Woohoo! So guys, this is cocoa, cream and Dead Man's Fingers black spiced rum, and it's bloody gorgeous. It needs a name though, it needs a name. Anyway, I just want to say a massive thank you to all the people over the last few weeks that have commented, liked, subscribed to my channel. My channel's just suddenly took a little boom, so thank you so much for that. It just means a lot to me. And also a massive thank you to my new patrons. I'll put them here. And my existing patrons, so thank you so much. And you're just all bloody lovely, all of you are, just for watching and liking these videos. It just means the world to me, so thank you so much. So I hope you've all enjoyed it. If you have, please consider subscribing, which is absolutely free. But anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to drink this and I'm going to go to bed. No, not that way. Oh. But before I go, I just want to say a massive thank you to this week's pirate crew. And here they are, me hearties. We've got Noggin the Nog, Graham and Joanne, Kerry and Milo, Andy and Sue from Narrowboat Festina Lente, Tankless Clive, thanks so much again Clive, Bex, David Van Wart, Angela, Mark Grunenberg, Anne Hay, Z, John and Michelle from New York, John Liversedge and Gracie, Dave and Ruth Dolman, Alan Harbit, Stinky the Pooh, Norm and Laura Vandelhandel, Peter Schneider, David Pudder Pullin, Sparky and Leslie, Captain Glenn and Helen Green. Thank you so much guys, and also a massive shout out to my patrons. Wow, these are just my rocks, so thank you so much to the patrons. Anyway, that's it guys, so please stay safe, take care, and I'll see you next week.